All right, this is the beginning of Big Al's walking tour of the 40 acres. This is for my friend Laura and her child. It's also for any of my other friends that happen to tune in. So I often tour my friends' children around the 40 acres of the University of Texas. I have 2 degrees here. I got my master's and my doctorate here. And I live in this neighborhood that's directly west of the university. And so this is the beginning of the tour. Mom, I would suggest parking in this garage that's behind me at the intersection of 23rd and San Antonio. You can pay for parking there. You can also go across the street to the drag and buy a t-shirt and they'll validate your parking. So we're gonna start here. And then we're gonna head east towards campus. 1 block east is the drag, and I'll catch up to you there, okay? All right, we have walked 1 block east. We're now at the 23rd Street Artist Market. And this is a passageway, a big sidewalk that is often filled with craftsmen and vendors. And this is Guadalupe Street, Guadalupe is what we call it, the drag. And here is the campus, the edge of campus. We're gonna walk 1 block south and take the pedestrian crossing that you see there. And I'll meet you there in a second. All right, now we are about to cross the street. This is the entrance to what we call the West Mall. And to our left is the student union, the old student union, the original student union. Okay, now we're in the West Mall, and this is the original student union. This is the entrance to the world famous Cactus Cafe, where it's like a little nightclub, well curated, mostly acoustic music. We're gonna head through this door, and I'm gonna show you one of my favorite places to study. But across the fountain is the School of Architecture, and then we'll continue that way. Oh, okay, it's locked. Never mind. As we continue walking east, we're on the West Mall and we're walking east. We're approaching the tower. To our left is the old undergraduate library, which is now a pretty lovely computer center for people to use. And on the right is my favorite building. This is the 2nd oldest building. Actually, that's the new addition to it. Over here is the 2nd oldest building on campus. It's Battle Hall, and it is the home of the architecture library. But back there, you see the oldest extant building, and notice the eaves, notice the terracotta work. These are the things that kind of set the tone of the campus. We'll talk about that more. So this is Battle Hall. In front of Battle Hall, or to the side of it, I guess, here is a statue of Cesar Chavez. And the entrance I usually go in is this one here. We'll see if it's unlocked. Here are these stairs. We're going to go all the way up to the top of these stairs to get to the architecture library. Here we are at the top of the stairs. The architecture library is closed. I hope it is open for your visit. You go in through here, and it is a beautiful double height piano nobile reading room, and it's my very favorite place to study on campus. Yeah, try to see this when you're here. It's my favorite place. And it's a lovely staircase going up and down. Here, this is what it looks like. My favorite place to study, there's some lounge chairs right here that look out to the courtyard I'm about to show you. All right, I have exited the door that faces into the mall, and we're all set up for graduation, so it's not as lovely as it usually is. But I like to study in that window up there. There's some lounge chairs, and sometimes I fall asleep and I look out and I see boys playing frisbee in this lawn over here, and I am transported back to Austin College. This, as I said, this is the second oldest extant building on campus, Battle Hall. And as we look up at the eaves, see these large, oversized eaves decorated, and underneath the eaves there are terracotta decorations representing, these look like they are representing the zodiac, actually. Notice the terracotta here. This sets the aesthetic standard for the rest of the campus. As we go through campus, we'll see more large overhanging eaves, this kind of southwestern eclectic design, and this is the most beautiful building on campus, I think. All right, we've walked from Battle Hall to the middle of the main mall, and we have the administration building, the tower. As you go in through those doors and then go to your right, over in this section of the building, there's the beautiful health sciences library, open stacked, very nice. This is Garrison Hall, home of the history department, and I believe the third or fourth oldest building, very nice. And then here is the mall, and down there is the Capitol. So you can put yourself in a direct line from the Capitol to the tower. We're going to walk down what is called the South Mall. We're going to walk past these statues and down, and I'll meet you down the way. Okay, here we are in the middle of the South Mall. We're on the lawn itself. You will see empty pedestals surrounding this South Mall. Pedestal there, empty pedestal over there, 6 empty pedestals. These were all Civil War heroes. These statues have been removed to a historically appropriate site. This area of campus along the South Mall is dominated by 6 buildings, 3 on each side, uniform by design. These are the homes of the history department, the rest of the history department, the English department, rhetoric, music. We call this the 6-pack because these buildings are so uniform, it looks like a 6-pack. We're going to continue walking south towards the Capitol, and I'm going to catch up to you in front of the beautiful Littlefield Fountain. We're now at the very base of the South Mall, and here is the gorgeous Littlefield Fountain in all of its glory. There's the Capitol. Look at those nostrils. All right, so now we're at the base of the fountain. Behind us is the Capitol. We are going to head east this way. We're going to go under that pedestrian bridge and to the corner of 21st and Speedway, I think, and I'll meet you there. Okay, now we're at the corner of 21st and Speedway, and directly south is the Blanton Museum of Art. Behind those trees that we cannot see is the new Ellsworth Kelly Chapel. We'll call it a chapel for lack of a better name. To our right is the Perry Castaneda Library. I believe it is the 3rd or 4th largest library in the United States with 8.2 million holdings, maybe. I think so. This is the business school. And what we're going to do is we're going to start walking back north now on Speedway, and we're going to stop at the gym. All right, this is Gregory Gym, one of my favorite places on campus. It's one of the few of the original buildings that deviated from the Spanish mission eclectic style of architecture. This is almost wholly Romanesque. It is a beautiful building. Inside there's a modern gym, there's a modern indoor pool, but most importantly behind it there's a modern outdoor pool that's just for fun. Just a great place to relax. It has beautiful palm trees and it's just a great place to be. We're going to continue walking north on Speedway, and then we're going to find the new student union. All right, before we get to the new student union, I want to look at Wagner Hall, fourth or fifth oldest extant building, I believe. And like I wanted you to pay attention to the large eaves and the decoration under the eaves. This is a theme throughout the campus, and it's repeated in interesting ways even on the new buildings. We're gonna swing over here. I don't know what building this is, but it's new. But they decorated what would have been the eaves of this building as well. This is a theme that pervades the campus. It's very nice. Across from the Wagner building is the new Student Activity Center. Walk through this. It is full of great public spaces. It's also the new home of the liberal arts, the School of Liberal Arts. And so they have many meetings here, talks. On top of this, you cannot see it, but on top of this roof, oh, maybe it's because I've got this zoomed up. Let's try this, go back. Yeah, on top of this building, there is a George Terrell installation that is lovely to see as the sun is setting. It's one of his lightscape installations. Again, notice the large eaves, oversized eaves. This building is beautiful inside. Do walk through. So we've continued walking north on Speedway, and we're now back to the intersection of the malls. There's the tower. If we go up there, we'll be in front of the tower. As we look opposite the tower, here is the East Mall, and there's a lovely statue of Martin Luther King directly in front of us. There, maybe you can see it there. We're going to walk up towards the tower again, this direction. Where is the tower? There it is. We're going to walk up this this promenade. We are continuing walking up all the stairs, all the way up to the plaza with the tower again. We are back to Garrison Hall, third or fourth oldest extant building. Again, notice the decorations right under the eaves. These appear to be symbols of some sort of scientific. I don't know what symbols these are. The corners, there's that one says Jones for Anson Jones. The other corner has Lamar inscribed, Heroes of the Texas Revolution. Look at that terracotta work. At this point, here is the hall. We're going to turn. There's the tower. We're going to walk past these lovely beds and kind of around the back of the tower this time. We're not going to walk in front. These beds are interesting, a little controversial. They had bluebonnets planted in them for many years. And then our arch rivals at Texas A&M, they hybridized a bluebonnet that was actually burgundy or deep maroon bluebonnet. And they snuck in and planted them here so that the next spring this whole garden area was covered with maroon colored bluebonnets, much to the chagrin of the burnt orange loving TSIP University of Texas students. Anyway, we are going to walk around the back of the tower. There's the tower. and we're walking around the back. This is one of the original Sciences buildings, and look at the terracotta. We have seashells, we have fossils, we have a dinosaur, all kinds of nifty things hidden in the terracotta. Oversized eaves again. Anyway, we're going to continue walking. We're going to head directly to the back of the tower. We're around the corner from the tower, and now we're heading directly behind the tower. Here is the tower peeking up. And we're headed directly across from the back over here. This is one of my favorite areas on campus. Behold the turtle pond. The turtles are not very active because it's not sunshiny. We can see some of them swimming here though. You can see all, oh, see them? Turtles, turtles, turtles. He thinks I'm gonna feed him probably. Turtles. Oh, they're all coming towards me. This is my favorite area to come and cry when things aren't going well, or meditate when I need inspiration, or celebrate when I've accomplished something. I love the turtle pond. Behind here we have some greenhouses. There are more greenhouses on top of this building. Notice the beautiful eaves. Astronomy over here. And I think what we're going to go straight this way. We're going to go directly north from the tower. This is another very early building directly north of the tower, and it was patterned after an Italian convent, not a monastery, a convent. See the gates? These gates were really used. This was one of the first women's dormitories, and they treated it like a real convent. They would just lock the girls in, and the boys could not get in. Notice the windows at the bottom, they're barred. All the other windows are high. This building was built to protect the newly coeducational women students, and it's built like an Italian convent. And from here we are going to turn west and walk back toward Guadalupe Street. The sun is setting here. We're going to walk back toward Guadalupe Street, near to where we began our tour. We're just going to walk straight west at this point. I'm just going to point out more terracotta, more beautiful oversized eaves. We're going to continue walking west though. Here is the Littlefield home. It's one of the oldest homes next to campus. Littlefield was a huge backer of the University of Texas. He was also a Confederate hero. And, well, he has a mixed legacy. But the house is beautiful. And right across from the house, we're going to turn. And here is my muse, Barbara Jordan, striking my favorite pose. Look at those practical shoes. Arms akimbo. Look at that gaze. She is ready for business. She has taken off her glasses, but she has them handy. There are her glasses ready to go. She's going to whip them on and read you an act of Congress if she needs to. This concludes my tour of campus. I love this spot. Along with the turtle pond, I have come and meditated with Barbara for many important decisions related to my scholarly life, and she has always guided me well. I hope you've enjoyed this tour, and feel free to contact me with any questions. And of course, I would love to show you around in person. All right.